good, everybody? What's good? Back in the building, back in the building. What's today's date? February the 13th. It's Tuesday. It's 4:58. This is Gregorian calendar. Gregorian calendar. Yeah, we back in here. We'll go ahead and get a little sit down before. Gotta go handle my business. Handle my business. Um, yeah, get you one of these. Get you one of these. The Holy Quran. Circle 7, but you see it's not Quran but Quran or whatever, but you see that's different. This is different than the actual Quran with a Q. Or Quran. You need to get you one of these. It's just a good thing to have in your library. It's a good piece of. It's not even religious works. It's more of like a way to be. It's just a living aspect, and it makes a lot of sense when you really start tapping into it. And I think that was put together from something else. I can't remember whatever, but it's something that's keeping that aside for people. I remember I could go find it. I could go like, but it'd take me a few hours or whatever. I don't know. It sounds like I know it. Yeah. So. I got some more cigarettes. Yeah. I already drank a little drink. I don't got a lot. How many cigarettes I got? Yeah, I got enough. Coca-Cola. So we in here. So like I said on the last few videos, it's time to start getting it in. Played around on the playground for a little bit. Now it's time to get back to work. I got another piece of paper over here. Those last two books that I referred, that Inner Smiles, Inner Works. Got the other one. What's the other one? Oh yeah, Inner Smiles and Inner Works. I think that was what it was. Oh yeah, and then the Veves, the Boudon Veves book, whatever, but with the cards and stuff like that. Get a hold of those. Where's my pen? I used my pink one today. If it's over here somewhere. That's the one that's over here. Yeah, this one. Got this one from the Dollar Tree too. Like a little Transformers drawing. It's fire. It's got hella colors on it. This little short real quick. I had kind of like a little piece of what I wanted to talk about today, but it's not really like. It's okay, but respect yourself enough to stand on what you're feeling when the spirit's telling you some shit. At the end of the day, nobody walks through the gates with you but you, if that's what you believe. You know what I'm saying? You have to stand on certain shit, and certain things will just prove themselves to be like I said, like some people, man, I don't even want to veer off that way because then people will take it that way in this certain way. But if our purpose is a game and like just so much, is it not unison, and it'll always be a clash over here with something or a clash over there with something, or basically like your life can be right, but you'll always see it on the street or anywhere, just like on the train, like you always see confrontations, some of them that get leveled out and some of them that don't. So it's like at a certain point, like I say, stand on what you got to stand on. Like for me, I'm teaching now, and so I care about what I care about. And like I said, like some people short step Like I said, when it's time for me to really go and physically transition, at that moment, because I know how to transition and get up out of here, I'm really just waiting on certain loved ones. I'm just waiting on certain fucking loved ones once I transition. So at the end of the day, like, just know if certain situations, you'll always see your peoples again. Like I say, that's the whole point. When your mind breaks open and starts to really, like, you're not really a slave to this and that. It's just like only on certain things can someone make you, like, yeah, like, I love the tears and all of that. Like, I'm gonna cry my ass off for certain things. But I know, especially when I'm in my purpose, what sounds right and doesn't sound right. So I'm able to, like, you see how I do it on the internet. Like, hold up, you said this and that or whatever, so you know, and you don't want other people to see it, so they can actually say and follow up on what I'm saying. So, because if nobody sees it, nobody knows. So that's why I say, like, I'm gonna just, like I said, it's time to get out of the playground for me and really, like, get out the sandbox. Because, okay, we're all this and we're all that or whatever, but I know what the fuck I am. I know what the fuck I am, and I know what's the difference between certain people and stuff like that or whatever. I can see the difference, so I'm gonna sit here, like I said, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do what I came to sit here to do. You know what I'm saying? Which is not really, it's not this back and forth shit. And this one isn't even from that or whatever. Y'all just, you know what I'm saying? Niggas been kind of closing that out. I'm gonna let y'all deal with y'all. Just beware of the mind games. But I'm gonna let y'all deal with y'all. Really. So, yeah, let's get started. I already found grounding. Yeah. Yeah, we're in there. So, um, be yourself to the fullest, but be smart. In the last, or one of the past videos, I said the more conscious you actually get, when you start taking certain aspects away from it, like I said, what we deal with on regular life, and we know the food that we eat. Like, everybody eats, this or that, but people are not yogis and breatharians. A lot of those are not out here amongst regular people and stuff. People that are really element bending and stuff like that. So within your certain stuff, just be, be yourself to the fullest, but be smart. Not so much as cautious as to be aware. But some of y'all already know this or whatever. But these are some things that I keep highlighted in my mind to help stick to certain. It helps me go in and out and be able to mesh or pull from certain ideologies to make sense, because all of our knowledge has been scattered, really. It's been scattered, so you get it through this book or you get it through that book. That's one thing I was told by the ones who came before me. Yo, this shit is so scattered. This shit really got scattered. So, like I said, it's just know what you're looking for and start becoming more in depth on the language, like practitioner language. So when you're hearing this word or that word, that helps it when you get into some of these books, that you actually know what some of them are actually talking about. So you're not just sending yourself on some random goose chase, trying to get up every book, this and that or whatever. That's why I say certain ones connect. Or if this book was given, see how many, see the person that this book was just referenced to you on this certain type of channel talking about this certain type of information. So if you find that author, you move on along to that author's work. And a lot of my stuff, like I said, if you mess with it, some of the stuff is gonna repeat. I am gonna repeat myself because that's what must be done. It must be done. You have to repeat this stuff. This is not the same thing as just regular when niggas was in high school and shit. Like, you gotta really tap in. The more this stuff is repeated, but then it's brought how it's brought, you got to pull out a piece of paper. You got to pull out a pen. You got to write some stuff down. That's how it's truly done. That's how it's truly done when you get into this. Like when you're just on some like, oh, it's coming off the head and it's coming off the head or whatever, yeah, that's when that was that. But when this is this and this is come times to this getting down on your studies will eventually help to, like I said, when it is time to truly go off the head, that shit's easy. It becomes easy. So I'm just giving you that there. Like I said, yeah, I said be yourself to the fullest. And fullest as in when you are when you stop being scared to be yourself. Don't just be the what you think is yourself to the fullest, because that's, like I said, certain things, like I said, like what certain people call corny. If that's you, then fuck it. Then I guess you're corny. Like fuck it. Like really, that's not even being a like a contradiction to what I said in the last two videos when I say motherfuckers is corny. Like niggas, yeah, motherfuckers is corny for that. But if that's you, okay, and that's where you want to be lined up in the universe and shit like that, and whatever. Like I said, it's always controversies everywhere. Who's right and who's wrong? Is that what this shit is? So, like I said, but still, like, you know what I mean by corny. Like, if you just, you know what I'm saying, you got that weird laugh and snorkel or whatever, snorkel. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be so judgmental to like change your posture if you feel like you gotta lean or you got a little bit of a too much of a like this or that or whatever like that. If that's you and then you know who you are, then you know who you are. That's you. Be yourself. Be yourself. Um. Yes. Where's this other one? Yeah. What was that? All right. Yeah. That's where I was going with it. All right. Yes. That's what I was gonna say. Um. Purpose is not always easy when it's time to follow your purpose. Like I said, that connects back to what I was saying when it comes time and like to get the fuck up out of here. Like I have this weird just understanding and then this just like weird sense or this just feeling like everything's gonna be all right. Like I'm talking about after this, like after like this. You know what I'm saying? Like physically, like, it's just like, bro, this is so small, but it's like I used to talk about that here and there with a friend of mine about like legacy and shit. And I'm just like, cause then I'm watching Coco and I'm like, the ones who are, if niggas really know how that mind control works in Coco, the niggas who once niggas don't have no more pictures of you, or people have scraped your memory from existence, that's when actually like you're actually truly gone, because a part of you that leaves here when you die that's gone, there's aspects of you still down here, or people can invoke aspects of you that are still not like existing, but I guess they still are here within a dimension on this plane, like within this plane. And I have another book that understands that. I think I might have to buy it again. I think, not sure, but it's not where I'm at right now, but I reference it. And like, yeah, in Coco, I remember that shit, and y'all got to remember the science fiction, the science fact stuff. It's really like they're telling you in some of these movies, like I said, like in Coco, I understand that, but how many people think that's bad? Like, how many people is now gonna flip on that and then like, oh no, don't forget me, don't forget me, don't forget me. I'm like, yo, are you foretelling in an aspect of non-release before you, like, nigga, when you die, it's supposed to be, you're not even supposed to be caring where the motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you're not even supposed to be caring whether people, that's a small part of it, whether people are gonna, oh, remember me or not, because then remember when you were here, wasn't when you were here alive in the flesh, wasn't the whole point about like, don't care if people judge you, they don't like you, whatever, cool. Some people like, yo, forget about me. Don't da 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 da. Like, so it's like, so what's the so like? That's why it's just weird to me. It's not weird. It makes sense to me, but when I start, like I say, like it's just odd. It's a little odd, as I might say. I might say odd, just a bit, just a bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's funny. This would actually might not even be a long sit down because I'm not trying to really stretch anything like that. I feel like I just told you, a little bit. Um, yeah, get your make sure you got your children's book. Make sure you get your children. Get this Lion King too. It's a good basic story. You know about it's the Asarian drama. Simba or whatever, that's Yeshua and all of that stuff. But it's more synchronized with the Egyptian concept of it as Simba is Horus, or if you were a female, Het Heru or Het Horus. And you have Aset, who's that? Wasabi, Mufasa's Osiris, or also Asar, hence Asarian drama. Um, Scar, I believe he's Set. Yeah, that's Set. And then Rafiki, that's got to be Thoth. That's got to be Thoth. Um, so yeah, remember who you are. Like, yeah, you are your father. So funny. That shit's funny. But yeah, yeah, get you the Lion King or go watch it. Go watch it, not the new one. Go watch the old one, the one that's the digital shit was so good back then. It's where some of it you can still see it where they've tried to remaster it on all of this stuff or whatever with it, but it's really it's to the point where they had to make the TVs to actually like force certain things because on regular it wasn't going no more. So like yeah, but watch the Lion King. Watch Avatar and start with the concept of you're magical. Everybody's magical. You see that you see in Avatar, everybody know about the sacred tree. Everybody got the cord, but everybody's knowledgeable of their cord. Everybody know. You get what I'm saying? Those little different tribal aspects. That's that. But everybody is gonna know of the spirit, and everybody knows when it's time to get in sync. Um, yeah, and then you heard me say this thing about the kid. Take the kid outside with the congregation. Take the kid outside or whatever. That should be looking like Avatar. You put a drone. You know what I'm saying? One of them little like what the little $10 drone. Not what is it? Maybe like 120. One of them little 120. Maybe what? I don't know at this point. What like 300? Like things they can just go above. People use them to make music videos and stuff like that. That thing should look like an Avatar scene. All of those people. Like it doesn't matter what color you are. All of them. It doesn't matter what church. Like it doesn't matter. Like but y'all know. Like I say, I'm just not trying to be. I'm trying to be polite, but then actually be realistic. You know what I'm talking about. Like a lot of Baptist churches, would be a lot of these people in there, and then in this type of this evangelist, it'd be a lot of this. Catholic, it'd be a lot of this. Some of them you have its mixes and stuff like that. But I'm just being real. Like I said, I'm just being real. Like I said, um, yeah. Yes, I said that. Yeah. Like I said, I'm more chill today. Like I said, I didn't really pop on here to be long. I just kind of got on here just to more. Like I have one or two things jotted down, and then some. What I gave y'all what? That's 2 books. That's funny. I gave y'all that. Maybe the Holy Quran, or some call it Quran. I had this other book I was gonna show y'all, but I'm gonna save that because I think that's where partially one of the bullets that I was supposed to put down here. Oh yeah, keep slowly telling your followers, no matter how many you have, that they're all magical beings. That's how you can tap into them. That's how they can tap into you. You know what I'm saying? You're trained in a certain thing, or you've trained yourself, or gotten yourself knowledgeable or learned it in that degree of what you're doing. So that's all I say. Maybe just, I guess maybe that's what I'm saying to some, is just be accountable in ways that you just, you didn't know maybe, but now you know. And it's like, we go back and forth because people is grown. But at the same time, doesn't it start, the picture start to become clear on that aspect of accountability? Everybody's got their own life and stuff like that. But when you step forward, especially on YouTube or in front of a crowd or anybody, or like when a group of followers, and then you're trying to do like a you're sharing either information or spirituality or whatever like that. Like I said, remember, there's people out on the street who do magic tricks who these are not real magic tricks, and then there's actual real magic. And when you're doing real magic, like I say, which all of you are, but it's just, it has to be like an accountability. Like if it gets checked eventually, like I said, like, and then you go at that opposite energy that's coming at that, like, come on now, like, stop, this isn't warfare with y'all. It's like, I get it though, but I actually understand what type of energy is dominating the space. So it's not, and it's not an energy on like what you would think I'm saying. It's just an imbalance. It's within that energy. It's like, hold on a second, why am I seeing, you've heard me say it before. I'm like, hold on a second. Like I said, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. Like I said, it's time to. Like I said, this is what this sit down was for. So, yeah. Uh, oh yeah. Don't wish bad on people either. That's why I say niggas gotta get past that bullshit. And that's why I say it's not like people wishing bad on motherfuckers. People at this point, some people, normal people, go through it with normal people, and they want normal people that hurt them. Some people out here want normal people to get the same, like, just like somebody told people, made a mistake, or like I said, this shit happens, and then on top of that, it's a knowledge base of what's really going on out here. So it's like I say, people don't want people to recover. People want people to be damned. And I understand the ones who deserve to, like, to catch that projection. You know what I'm saying? And they may deserve that shit, like, all the way. But you see with the way I hold my ground with that, because it's like, we just don't understand as a people. And I say we, I understand. What I see as we as a people, which I'm part of the people as well. And when I say collective, when people throw around that shit, collective is the collective. It's so many people out here. That's why I said it's so many people out here that's aren't even on that little the collective or collective type of thing. But you got to look up the definition of collective. Like, some people really don't know how true that really holds to the actual, like really humanity, the concept of the akasha, the real shit. Or what is the zodiac, and as it turns through this or that, what is it affecting? The fucking humanity. Everybody, the real collective, not just the ones who are tapped into it a little bit, or the ones who really are really studied in it. That's why I say, like, my shit is just, like I say, I continue to say humbly. I continue to say humbly. The more, like I said, the more self control I gain, and the more level headedness I get when I'm actually, like, in this space of teaching, and realizing what really teaching really is, like I say, within certain different spaces, but especially within this space. People got to be able to conversate and stuff like that. And I've heard such, like I said, I'm a sit down. This is lecturing, and I'll get my boards up soon. Like I said, when I get them, when I go to get them where I gotta get them, I have other stuff going on right now to where I'm not gonna push that, but I'm still gonna handle my business. Um, yeah, this is I sit down and talk about stuff and share books and stuff and try to expand on concepts and then not leave them out just floating around, but try to bring them back in and seal it off with what at least my interpretation of it. So you may not agree with it, or you may agree, but regardless, especially if you can't, if you even if you don't agree with it, you can't disagree that you weren't given a full thought. It's different when people can't finish their thoughts or close their thoughts or at least stretch off and come back around to the thought and finish it. It's different when it's in that case, but when it's, motherfuckers know what they're saying, and so I'm gonna continue to say it how I'm saying it, you know. And like I said, the energy that you feel off me, you should be feeling it off me. You should be. You should be. If you believe that all of this is real, or you know that it's real, like really, that's why I say like people have to. I don't give a man. You feel certain things off me, but then I'm doing what I'm doing. Like I said, discern to the max if that's what you're on and that's what you want to do. But just learn some stuff. Learn some stuff, really. Like I said, if you want to do all of that, like I said, yeah, do some. Grab some of this stuff to amplify your power. Then come at me with certain things like that. But until some of you learn what real attacks are and stuff like that, you just don't have no idea. That's why some of them are trying to tell you, nigga, like y'all are gonna get caught up in that karmic shit. You don't stop fucking around. Y'all don't stop fucking around. That's really what's gonna happen. For some of you, it's already happening, and you think it's gonna happen with your internet life. No, it's gonna happen in your real life, because then it's not from me. It's just because, like I said, when with like someone said, yo, y'all know what you're doing and this and that, and then there's no integrity in the space that you're in to be doing that. You shouldn't even be doing shit like that, attacking motherfuckers. Like, what are you doing? And then when you don't even realize what's really out here and what's really going on, and people who's really doing babies wrong, and then like really sitting down on nigga shit, like real like, and then you're trying to attack people on the internet, regular people just showing your trauma, and like it's just showing your trauma of past relationships, of just smashing on niggas, just like, oh, so that's your calling to this space, that's your duty, because it's not even me. It's just, if I wanted to just, it's not even, not that, like I could just go through some stuff, right? I'm like, yo, how many for years have you been doing this? When were you actually, like, how many years and how much content have you been, like I said, I'm not going to do that, but these are the channels, or these pieces of clarity that come to me sometimes when I express myself on certain topics. Certain things come to me. That's why I'm just like, God damn, if that's it, shit, if this is true, this shit might be true. If this nigga just, and that's why I said, like, when you heard me in the beginning, in the, like, my first few videos, when I was just like clean it up, that's what I'm talking about. And like I said, I'll show people the rose water spray and stuff like that. I don't be bullshitting about that. Clean your shit off. Like I said, I went through my stuff with my baby moms, and yeah, I'm like, but she knows what it was. Like, and like, we both know what that was, and the spirit and the omnipotent knows the truth. And you think it's gonna hang me out to dry now and all of that, and you don't even realize when I was going through that, not just when that happened and when it first happened, like, it's like so much shit, I guess, like karmic shit, like, got split because I was not doing anything. Like, before my shit went loco and weird, like, it was so many people with ulterior motives around outside of the people that was doing certain shit. That's why I was like, niggas have been trying to pull my shit for a long time, through in many different directions. People have been trying to pull my shit, like really, like that's why you feel certain energy and stuff like that. And when you're catching up on chords, or people who might be checking it out and this and that, and then how I'm doing it and this and that, yeah, because people wanted to really put a leash on me, like, and I'm not even talking like for real. Some people wanted to put muzzle on me, keep, like, for real, like, nah. Like, okay, when they need what they need, yo, I need some more information, da da da, and then this and that, like, muzzle down, and like, and then I would see people, some people go ghost, for a little bit, then they come back and then on some weird shit, and then my like it just be so weird, bro. And then when people are leave, they're trying to like really like plan and make shit and creations and shit, all that's coming at you, not like truly like inspired to be better and shit like that, but just like to come like to match it, but then to come around and then give it to you in your face, like on some weird shit. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's so fucking weird. And then everybody thinks I'm weird because I can see that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like real shit. Like, I'm still trying to get to the bottom of a certain someone with a certain thing. And just to make sure this, like, for real, like, I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just trying to make sure this wasn't this. Like, I know that was that. But with this certain one, I'm like, what were you, certain things, what were you trying to do things for in a, like, I'll go ahead and say it with my baby moms. Like, I'm really wondering that. I'm like, well, were you, like, your mom's is on one thing, but like, I know you. I'm looking at you, like, and I see something and I'm sensing something, and it's like I said, I feel like it's a risk. Like, you always, not a risk, but it was always like a like, you, like, what I'm on, it's like, damn, it's like the whole pie. It's the whole pie. A motherfucker. And then is it off of true love? Was it off of true, like, real true love? Or was it, like I said, how much time was you just getting outside influences? Like, and then it, like, I just, that's what I'd be wondering. And I'll speak out on that because I really, like, wonder sometimes, like I already told you, like when I tell it from you from the story of when I'm telling just my thing, but the things that are in my head, the things that actually are in my head outside of me just sharing y'all with a certain shit where, like, I'm not hiding certain shit about such and such. But then when I really go, like I say, like, that go in, like, this is where with me, like, it's just like, yo, what are you, you're hurt by that, or by that, but then you're being affected by this over here. But when this was going down, your attitude was like such and such. And then when it went like this, and it's like, then you wouldn't heed my warning in any type of real spiritual things like that. And then, like, with certain things, and it's like, were you really, like, it's like, were you really, I'm trying to figure out what this girl was really trying to tap into that, like, on, to where it's like, yo, if this doesn't work or this and that, I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna have something. I promise you, I'm gonna. And then when I look at the mom and this and that, it's just like, and that's why I say I love my baby mama. So at a certain thing, like, I'm not dissing. It's just like, I want to know. Like, it's not a crime to motherfucking know, and that, like, or want to know. It's not a crime to want to know these things. And certain things, certain people get mad at certain questions that you ask them, and it's like certain people just don't know how to explain themselves about how they come across to certain questions. But then people gotta get in their right mind when, okay, a motherfucker finds a way to ask a certain right question. Don't, okay, if you feel offended at a certain point, yeah, are you looking for understanding on why you even felt offended that somebody would ask you that question? Certain things are people's right. And then especially when you're in the magic place and then you're in a magical mindset and certain stuff like that. Like I say, some people, that's why I say that's why I say when I come to readers and certain stuff. And then, because I say I've seen people lie. I've seen people lie, like real, like strangers and shit. Like, I've seen people, like, really, like, people you don't even know, like, or you just know them for 5 minutes or whatever, lie. Like, and then I've seen people just roll out with just, oh yeah, and then this and that. And some people move it with a non-cliche, like, a just fuck it, nigga. Like, yeah, like, or this and like, oh, if you see it, you see that I'm on some fake shit or whatever, fuck it. And then some motherfuckers really think they fooling me. And then after a while, it meshes to where my shit has to become so, like, not stern, but just so, like. But then when you lose stuff, like your family and shit like that, or the family that you were building and shit like that, it becomes a different type of, like, I guess your emotions. It starts to be that elixir, that weird elixir. These emotions start mixing and shit. But like I said, it's a good. Like, I feel like, yeah, yeah. Certain things fell how they fell, and I'll tell you, like I said, I told you what I told you about the living situations and then how that came to be. And like I said, like, it was just so many plans and things were, we were doing things that were in motion in certain things, and like I said, and then and then people not even knowing, like, remember the pandemic? Yeah, my babies was, yeah, right before that. Well, the first one, right, like, so this was all like in that time. Like I said, havoc around the world. Havoc was going on around the world. Yes, yes. That's when this was like not that crazy. Like when it got crazy, but that's when my family was brand new, and so certain things had to be done, and certain people, like I said, I let come into my crib and stay based on another motherfucker's face card, like, okay, I this and that, and then I had warning kind of about this, but I was just not paying attention because then there's whole other shit going on, which later I'm not even knowing. I'm like, yo, like, I'm getting hit by your peeps and all of this shit, and then this was all for, like I said, some of this shit at the crib, the mom's crib, like the pops was what ex, or not the pops, but the stepdad is ex military, and I remember the first book Panic and them said he was put on was The Power of Subconscious Programming, and that was written by a general and shit like that. So then when I'm asking him about mind control, a motherfucker, like, this is before the baby is here. Like, all of a sudden he says, oh, so that's what you did. You got her on, you put her on, you put my little baby on the mind. This is a stepdad. I said, what? What? All when we, like I said, you don't study. Like, bro, every nigga in the military, that's how you're broken, when they break you and you're under fucking mind control. That's why I said, yo, I got so offended so many times in this place, in that crib, and then it's to the point where I'm riding home with baby moms, and I'm like, yo, it's like I'm being forced. Like, my spirit is like, it's like I'm watching your stepdad watch me, him and your moms, but I'm listening to them, that I'm hearing directly, but then they think that it's like, but then it's like, are they just on some fuck it shit or this and that? But then I don't think they're on that. I think they're really being slick with it, and they think they're being slick with it in certain shit, and it's just like, that's what it was. It was like, one is doing this, trying to pull information, but you're not pulling anything because you're like I said, oh, you got this under mind control. And then the real pops is cool. He's cool. Like, you get what I'm saying? Nigga listen to Alan Watson shit. Like he's been cool. He knows about that shit. Certain shit or whatever, of how much he can know or whatever. But like I said, like, but he also knows, like, with certain things in the family, that there's certain shit. So it's like, it just, I guess it just is what it is. Like, and yeah, like, that's really, like, honestly, when I shared that mind control, when I tried to talk to stepdad about mind control, that's when the shit went weird, and they thought I put somebody under mind control. But then if you actually sit here and really, you're never, bro. When you get a girlfriend, or if you get a boyfriend, for women or whatever like that, that's what you're putting yourself up as trust. Now that's why some people don't. People have said that's psychological warfare. People do not know you're raising your kids. You're putting them under fucking mind control. When you're raising your kids, you're putting them under mind control. I'm sorry. And so, like I said, when you're an adult and then you're meeting another adult who's telling you about mind control, and then your parents don't like it. Oh, they don't like it because they have you under fucking mind control. That's why they don't like it. And then they don't even know that they really do in all of this, which is the whole point of don't listen to him, and all of that. And then, like I said, this was going on for so long, and certain shit, to where it got to where I felt like, for real, not insurance policies, but like spiritual little things, like, to where when they seen certain things couldn't be stopped in certain shit, it's like, it doesn't matter, because y'all are not gonna, this is not gonna, we're not gonna let it work. We're waiting to get the call to know that it doesn't work. And you know what I'm saying? And people don't know about spelling and projecting and all of this shit, and what you've already done to my artwork at my house. And then you forced us into a corner, like I said, like, so much, so I never showed up to help, and then used that and weaponized it on the back end. That's why I say, but if motherfuckers want to they stay with that type of stuff or whatever. Like I said, I'm cool because I really know what it is, and it really doesn't matter with certain things on the back end because like I said, you gotta bear your cross at the end of the day and move on with your wounds because that's what I'm getting from what I'm getting the messages, the real ones and stuff. It's saying like, yeah, something was meant to, yeah, yeah, like nigga, you supposed to be in the, yeah, your face will forever be in the dirt type shit. Like, yeah, you'll never, but then on the back end, but then if this is that, it's like, where's that energy? Where did it really manifest from? Is where I want to know. Like, where does that hate coming from? Like, hold on, if I don't get to do, like, hold on a second, and then you can run off and let people double down, and not know the arts of none of the psychological aspect, but just once again, when people try to say or try to act like they're above me in a certain things, and I don't take that offensive, but when it's like, hold on a second, then when it's being proven, it's like, hold on, you don't know what you're talking about. Like you don't know what you like, and then you become, and then it's like the damage in certain shit that gets done. Like, so at this point, like I said, like it's not really like I see y'all see where my little like where my stuff, but this fuck it, like this is the internet, and this is what I'm here sitting on here. I'm not gonna not be myself, and then if these are like past testimonies or daily testimonies, it doesn't matter because that's what it's about. And people who are saying that it's not are I wouldn't say mistaken, but they just need to gain a little bit more understanding, within that certain thing. And like I said, you have to lick your wounds and then you got to get on your fucking purpose. And everything you're not gonna get that you want and stuff like that, like with certain things that but life will go better, and all of this as it continues to. You know, like really, I'm not lying to you at all. Like, because that's what it feels. Some people do. Like, it's not a specific thing. It's like, but that's why I say, like, if you sense what my purpose is, and then if it was this or that, and then now it's this, but that's what you prayed for not to happen. Yo, I'm sorry if you got to look at yourself a certain way. I've been forgiving you, but if you got to look at yourself a certain way for this, because you like, yeah. Man, thank you to all. Man, thank you for giving us all. I don't need to please anybody. Like, I don't need to please anybody. And I know people would say you gotta please somebody. I have arenas in my life to where certain people, you gotta please certain people and all of that, but that's normal stuff. But at the end of the day, that comes down to being cordial in certain stuff like that. You might have some stuff bubbling up in your mind about a certain person or a boss or certain shit or whatever, but you got to keep that. What the fuck? Yeah, go ahead and attract yourself. That letter of the letter of exit. Or no, like when you get basically fired in certain shit because you snapped at a boss or you did some dumb shit or whatever like that. Yeah, you just did that. You didn't have no self-control. Sometimes you gotta take that heat. You have to take the heat and you gotta stand up. Like, that's the whole point. You gotta sit up. You gotta sit up like in the chair. When you like I said, when you're not taking heat or when you are taking heat, it's not a good or bad type of shit going on. That's a polarity. It's when things are going smooth or things are going a little bit rocky. Or things are just kind of, they were going this way, and this way makes me feel good, but then this other way, it doesn't make me feel bad, but it just makes me feel weird sometimes, stomach or this and that or whatever. But then what they say, go to the gym when you don't want to. You gotta work out when you don't want to. You gotta do this or do that when you don't want to. So, yeah, y'all. So, y'all heard me before, but I'm pretty much, like I said, I have a few of these things, but it's pretty much, I'm not sure if it's pretty much dang near settled at this point when it comes to certain things that I could, books or certain things. But pretty much I know where to get them and find them and shit like that, but I just got to get them all over again because when me reading and stuff and doing the research on my own, which I'm still studying and stuff and expanding, but I have so many other books that were very thick and and rich, had a lot of information that corresponds in certain things. And the more correspondences you find with information, the better, because your mind is catching it. So it'll take me a little time. Like I said, I have multiple to continue to share, but they have to fit up with what I'm speaking on in the specific topic that way. Because one of these times, like I said, in our nature, with my nature of it, you're gonna hear ritual. But I'm gonna walk you through, not doing a, like me doing an actual ritual on here, but I'm gonna walk you through the steps of that. But in a real, the way that I've gained understanding of it, and the concepts of the mind in the mind before you even get to a physical thing, and then how these things can be, these things can be discrete. They can be very discrete, and in certain things, like you have no idea, even with a magical workspace. Like I say, some people's stuff is beyond just a magic box, but some people put stuff in the box, or get a box carved a certain way, or to where when it does this, to where if they put it on a space, that as long as they put it on a cloth, that their box within a certain, depending on how they got it and which type of stuff is in it or whatever, stuff can be taken out. And a certain centerpiece, like I said, people can do that. And like I said, pop, like get the candle going or certain things for a little bit, or get it going or whatever. The incense, it'll be gone eventually. If it's a big candle or a teacher can, depending on how much time they have, things can be, like I said, you don't put it out, but you let it take itself down, the heat, take away the oxygen or whatever, then the candle goes out or whatever, and people can pack up their stuff. Like put a little boom, boom, boom on it. Like it's like people know about this real practitioner work, and then you can be walking around with your whole work at certain points. Like some people just don't know what people have in their bags and certain shit. Um. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, one of those I'll be walking you through that. Let me write that down again. I know I don't wrote it down already, but I think I lost that piece of paper. And some of this stuff I say, go research it already and become aware with it if you're going to join me back again for some of these sit downs. So you can kind of start to have a knowledge base and gain to where you can know a little more about what I'm speaking on, for the ones that don't. The ones who know, if you fuck with me and just another conscious mind in the space, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, fuck with you. Yeah, light the blunts up, drink the drink. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because for most ones that is, niggas already know that that's what this shit is about. That's why I say some people, it's just weird. Like, not weird, it's just people are new to this, but they're so young. These people are so, some of them are young, some of them are older, but they're just young-minded to where, like, you have no idea. A meal that'll make you smile and feel great and set off the, remember what Dick Gregory said, the smiling, how healthy that shit is, and all of that stuff. Yo, that meal placeboly can do more for you than some of these vegan, half filled with soy. Like, just not even the soy, but what that does, I get it, certain things are this to where they're they can make you healthy and stuff like that, but that's in that aspect of it. When it's the next level of it, yeah, you're not just supposed to be eating bullshit, but you actually know the difference between, like I said, with, do you think the chicken noodle soup was fucking all of them fucking preservatives and shit in it, that can and certain shit that your mom gave you, whatever, that shit healed you. That shit healed you. When you were sick, I remember when I was sick, I couldn't even eat certain stuff. Like, all I wanted was soup. I used to get mad because I couldn't eat oodles and noodles. Like, that I ate every fucking day when I was a kid. Every damn day. That and cereal, guaranteed. Guaranteed, that amongst all the other shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, when I got sick, I used to be mad because a nigga couldn't. And then no matter how soup a nigga made it, soupy, this and that, I'm like, and then it was just like chicken noodle soup. And then half of that time I get through 2 or 3 bites, and then I just sip the rest of the juice. Like, I just shit, pass it on the couch. I'm sick. Like, all of that shit's there. I'm just drinking. I just want warm, like either teas or soups. Like, soups. Like, and then when I got, like I say, with the space I'm in now, I don't even try to eat a lot of salads like that. Like I said, I might eat wraps and certain stuff, but when I'm on my shit, I'm really a soup head. I'll eat hella soups. Like, I got that shit down to those soups, different types of them and certain shit like that. I'll just eat that every fucking week. And then you get a good cleaning and cleansing, and then you can start moderating what you put in the soups, or when it can be heavy with this or heavy with that. Um, yeah. So let's see. Did I give that one out yet? I read y'all something. Let me see if this one holds. Show me what I've been looking for in here. Okay. Okay, I'll read this out of the mind control. Yeah, because you have to know all this is micro, and these are sections on these certain things. But this is in this same book. I'm gonna read it for you. The power and use of symbols and rituals for mind control. And like I said, this shit goes through LSD, like the drugs. How like even the author started to say it. He felt very uncomfortable writing that that section of it because he really went deep into where what this shit is why they do this shit. And then a lot of this stuff is what's going on, and a lot of people, like I said, like I say, most of like big bosses, like owners of companies, most of them got their fucking employees under mind control, or real heavy, um, I guess coercion, just heavy, like I say, the threats and certain shit. I'm telling you, like I say, it goes down. But this one right here, the power and use of symbols and rituals for mind control. Rituals and symbols have incredible power over people. Rituals help define the people involved and how they think of themselves as part of the group. As a result, every culture has its own set of rituals and symbols. Hear what it said. As a result, every single culture, has its own set of rituals and symbols. Like I said, the Super Bowl, all of those, that's a ritual. That's a ritual. If you didn't know, that's a ritual. When you've heard it and all that, but you hear it on this so-called conspiracy and certain shit. No, those are really rituals that you're seeing. Those concerts and certain stuff, that's what those are. Um, these rituals include the obvious, like JEWISH. I'm not gonna say the word because it's weird time now. I don't even want that. These rituals include the obvious, like JEWISH bar mitzvahs. Yeah, that's what that. Yep, and Catholic confirmations and graduation celebrations. Amid all the rituals of our lives are also the less obvious rituals like passing your first driver's test or getting your first apartment. Right. Don't you see how basic it is? And then I'm mad they left out. They might have it down here in the city, but the quinces, for the young ones, the quinceaneras. Um, like I said, it's natural for me. I got two little girls and stuff. They're not nowhere near there yet or whatever. But um, uh, yeah, you heard it said. Amid all of the rituals of our lives are also the less obvious rituals like passing your first driver's test or getting your first apartment, or some people like to say your daily routine. your daily routine or what you do in the morning and all of that. It's like your morning ritual. What you do before you go to bed. What you do when you're at lunch. Certain things are normal. Uh, the purpose of ritual is to bring the participants more fully into the society or subculture, and thus help them to more easily conform to the regulations of that group. And like I say, now you like I say, the group is the culture. That's the culture. That's why I've been trying to find something in here with these 7 needs or whatever, but I just hadn't had time to really sit down and look it up. But like I said, see, some people want to jump to, oh yeah, okay, groups, and oh yeah, what this and that, and people try to jump to that, but you're not connecting it to the dots of what I'm reading or whatever. It just told you about. As a result, every culture has its own set of rituals and symbols. So down here, when I say the purpose of a ritual is to bring the participants, that's also in rituals and stuff. If there's groups and stuff like that, or depending on who's involved in it, or if a practitioner is doing it to someone else or whatever, these people are involved in a certain ritual. Um, the purpose of a ritual is to bring the participants more fully into the society or subculture, and thus help them to more easily conform to the regulations of that group. When this concept or that example will be more, I actually kind of stretched that. That would have been a different context in the concepts of just when somebody involves somebody else in a ritual. Like I said, when people are attacking you or whatever, you're now a participant within that. Your energy is because they chose to do that. But that wasn't what this thing was more explaining it for that part. That's a different angle. But this one is they put you in through these things to make you fit in and see how you'll conform. These are what these things are meant to do. And also always use the subliminal suggestions. Think of each ritual as a way to mark a significant turning point in a person's life. In his book and video series, The Power of Myth, Joseph Campbell describes how symbols, like I say, in his book and video series, The Power of Myth, this is by Joseph Campbell, describes how symbols have a simplifying effect that all the members of the group can link to a specific meaning. The rituals that are created around these symbols give each participant a personal experience, something visceral and neurolinguistic programming anchor to the symbol and its meaning. Rituals and their related symbols help define the reality of the group. As it relates to mind control, the more a controller can incorporate rituals into the experience of his or her subjects, the more deeply the prescribed reality is accepted. So, like I said, yeah, this is what everyone is motherfucking doing. It is being done to us. That is what you're doing. That is what I would say I'm doing, but it's not on, like I said, all of us is not doing it on that level of that. Like, none of us are really, it's called when you, like I said, like when you got to get people to listen to you, or you're doing stuff, and you, like I said, when people say they're doing it themselves, or they get it from the mud, or people like to hear you, or even all of y'all who have people that watch you or whatever like that, these are the things that are going on. Like all of these things from day to day, this and that, it's almost ritualistic. Or when certain people would build up, or premieres or whatever, everybody that does this, or when you tell people to, yo, be prepared, or yo, put this on your calendar and this and that, you're setting off an alert for this and that, and people come and fall and get in sync. That's why I said, but mine can, like, you see that, like I'm trying to tell you, you find so much out on what's being done to us, but you find out how actually this is what's happened. This is cultivating a mind. When your child is young, like I say, that's programming. That's programming. You learn that shit in there. Like, you learn this shit. that it's like that's how it can be done anyway. That's why, oh, you're around a certain a crowd and stuff like that. You'll eventually become that crowd, or what do you say? Birds of a feather flock together. This is mind control. Like, yes, mind control. And then it's like who are you following at that point, and then who are they listening to that gives them their inspiration and certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And then that person, like, dang, what are their, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's many ways we could go with this. Like I say, a lot of spiritual hierarchies and stuff like that, who have people, I guess, who look up to them and stuff. Some people hold that shit so true from an extent. From teachers are respected, you get that, and whatever, the ones that bring what they got to bring. Some of these master teachers, I was just say master teachers, they love, respect. But then it's on the, like, damn, what was I about to say with that? Hold on a second. Drink my drink, catch my thought. And there's no liquor in this. This is I got to have a good Coca-Cola every now and then. Sprite don't taste the same. Um, yeah, I was saying teachers. Um, yeah, teachers. You naturally are gonna get people to catch on and to I guess follow what you're somewhat what you might be saying, but more on what you're speaking in your direction. Like, it's like a, like I said, teachers are gonna put you on the books and certain stuff, and then like lessons and stuff like that, lectures, and it really breaks stuff down. um but when it can be, some of this stuff can be flipped, like I say, and weaponized to where, like I said, just give the people, like, if you know what's going on, tell the people some information, some information. My whole thing is tell them who. It's not even to get back and forth with motherfuckers. It's like, just tell the people that they're magical. Tell them that they're psychic and stuff. So some of those normal people can go get a book that's on psychic stuff. Like, go get to, yeah, for everyone, for all of you that get, you know how many likes you get, for just two that, like, you can get out of this fucking fear mongering mind control. Like, just help. And even if you know what I'm saying, you don't gotta teach the shit and shit like that or whatever. But if you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and you understand, like, you understand what I mean. Like, just tell a motherfucker, like, why, what is it gonna, like, shit. You chosen, ain't you? Like, tell motherfuckers that's called that they chosen as well. Like, tell them, because that's really the multiple ways that I'm really saying it. Um, yeah. You're gonna hear me repeat stuff. You're gonna hear me repeat stuff. I'm gonna continue to expand on certain books when it's time. But like I said, I just gave you something different in the mind control book than I did last time. But it's amongst, just, that's not the whole point of the sit down or whatever. But it's always good to read something. Um, how much time I put on? I said about an hour. Okay, yeah, I'm probably about to get up off of here. It wasn't really supposed to be that long. Just kind of like a daily testimony, kind of where some of my stuff is at. Like I say, my stuff don't be like anger in a way of, like, it is. I'm not gonna let myself not hone in when the spirit, like, on something that I'm seeing, and because, like, and then not, like, I have to speak on it in certain things, because I'm not, like, at the end of the day, like, when you know it's true, when you tell somebody, then they got to deal with it. They have to deal with that, as long as you make your words right, and you say what you're trying to say. And certain things, like I said, um, I'm gonna continue to do this teaching thing, and slowly but surely, I'm gonna rebuild my books that make my curriculum. And for these certain sit downs, thank you for being patient with me, as all of you know. Um, and this is just side notes saying off the side, or some things that I get or whatever that I'd like to speak on, and then I have some books that can back them up. Um, and you see how some of these videos, I'll go to the side with Google and I'll Google Seven Hermetic Principles. That is the emerald tablets outside of the Amenti concept, like a Menti. A Menti, when you go within, when you read the emerald tablets of Thoth. Seven Hermetic Principles, that's Hermes. Thoth, same thing. Um, or what? Hermes Tristis Megistus. I think that's another name of him. Yeah, but I remember telling Google, yeah, like I use that type of stuff. But when it's time to really get down and it's really going down, like I said, a lot of my time is really going to get consumed with just lesson plans and stuff like that. And the rest of my life will continue to, you know what I'm saying, flow itself back in order and stuff. Because it's in order now. But everything could be a little bit better. Everybody knows that. Sometimes you could, you know what I'm saying? Your shoes over there might be a little bit, you want to clean them up. You want to straighten that up. This over here, oh man, I threw this jacket over here. Let me put that on the coat hanger and hang that up. Certain shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Oh, these over here and my books over here. Let me actually, like, you know what? They're not really messy. But since I know what's going down, they're stacked on top of each other, organized, but I might want to put them up so I can see the actual labels. So now when I look over there, I can actually catch a book, or like, you know what I'm saying? Just so the spirit can reveal something to me where I can catch, or just be like, like, hold on, why I just catch that from the side eye and then grab it, you know? So as like I said, thank y'all for being patient with me before the actual, like, the stand up. This is the stand up on the whiteboard and shit, like with the expo markers and stuff. Um, yeah, so I say, no, let's go. Not that. Yeah, we gotta talk about that one. Yeah, like I said, all the books that I've shown you guys, I hope you've written them down. I hope they are on the way. And like I said, those authors, look at more books with that same author. They're not just writing random books. Some of them will, like, you'll see a side note or whatever, but sometimes if you get those side stories, usually it's a concept of the science, but a lot of them stay within that same work. And then when you get on that, just like social network or what social media, with certain things, it'll start recommending recommending. And then, like I said, just go to the reviews or look him up. Look the authors up on the internet. Sometimes they'll have articles and stuff on this author or the book, and then, like, So make sure you do your due diligence. Just make sure you do your due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Um. All right. So yeah, with that one, with just do your due diligence. I might name the video that. Who knows? Do your due diligence or due diligence? Who knows? But with that one, I'm out of here. So to the babies, to the kids, to the young adults, and to the adults, and to the elders, and to the ones who have transitioned that we cannot see, no longer see. Some can see them, some cannot. But we all can feel them. To my highest self, to the all. I say Ashe and I love you. I love us all. Ashe to all of us. To the all, to my highest self, to the ones who have transitioned, to the elders, to the adults, to the young adults, to the kids, and to the babies. I say Ashe and love to all of us. All of us. And one last time, up, moving outward, to the babies, to the kids, to the young adults, to the adults, to the elders, to the ones who've transitioned, that we always will remain to be able to feel, but some of us just cannot see them, some can. And to the highest self, my highest self, your higher self, and to the all, I say Ashe. Ashe, and I love you. Thank you to all of us. Thank you to all of us. To the all, I love you. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank him. Her. It. The union. The divine union. The collective. Thank all of that. The real collective. The real collective. Not popping shit. But I'm just, it might be outside. It might be in the unknown somewhere where you just, maybe you can't see yet. But it's the real collective. Lift everybody up. Don't repel shit. Stop. Don't stop. Don't. You don't gotta do anything. But back to sender tenfolds. Back to sender tenfolds. Nah. No more of that shit. No more of that shit. We're talking about. No, to all of that energy you asking the Lord, right? You asking that or your spirit or whatever to whatever's this and that to go back at the sender tenfolds. Why not ask it to transmute that into a positive uplifting, a positive driving force dedicated to the uplifting of humanity? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And you know our people, like, so get used to it. When I get like, and I start saying it, if you see that it's it, like, you just didn't see it. Like, I'm telling it to you. I'm not shoving it down your fucking throat. I'm just telling you, like, start to see. Start to see. Start to really see. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's all love, man. We're together with this. And like I said, I'm over here loving myself, but I still got to be myself. Like, man, like I say, some days it's a little colder outside. Some days are a little bit, you got to hold your chin up a little higher in certain stuff. You get, like I said, people keep acting like people are just in the wrong way, like got themselves wide open and shit like that. That's why I say this is what I'm saying. Don't be superficial on this internet shit like motherfuckers don't got real lives. And then you don't act like somebody, like it's like me, like I'm out abnormal for saying this shit and bringing this type of honesty to this space. Really. Like I said, niggas throw around that collective shit. This is the real collective. I'm speaking on shit, the real collective. Hence when I keep telling everybody, tell the collective that they're all magicians. Avatar shit. Tell them that they're all practitioners. Technically not practitioners. They all are potential to be practitioners. But the nature of magicians and magical beings and shit like that, some people manifest shit like that. And you're just like, damn, how does it start to do that? And then sometimes it's like some people be so positive you can't get them out of a positive thing or whatever. And it's like after a while you got to check yourself. Take yourself out of the equation. Don't ruin somebody's happiness and shit. What are you talking about? That's why I say some people is just magic. Like come on now. Like come on, man. Just look at yourself in the mirror first. And then close your eyes. And then go into that world. Like you can meditate. Really meditate. Like, who are you talking to every day? Are you talking to toxic friends? Are you talking to toxic people? That's why I say after a while, that's why I say my isolation and stuff is based on the Gnostic state. It better flows. But I know about being social and stuff like that. I know how to be social and stuff. But at this point, like I said, if I want to be social, like I said, I might go to a restaurant or something like that and sit at the bar. And I won't even drink like that at the bar just to keep it cordial and shit like that. I just want to eat a good meal, you know what I'm saying, with an appetizer, side salad, and a main course. Might get a steak. Well done, medium well, with some au jus sauce on the side. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Mashed potatoes and gravy, or better yet, a fucking baked potato with some cinnamon, brown sugar, and some butter in that bitch. Like, come on now, with the broccoli. Come on now. Come on. Stop. People got to stop this shit. Stop that. Know the difference. Learn about it. And then it will make sense. And you'll see what so many people out here, they got their mind are enslaved to so many ideologies and dogmas. Like, some people just don't get how many people, the way some people judge, like, you have no idea. And then the fact that it could lead over into a certain space with people who are magic and supercharged, do you understand psychological warfare? Nobody is free from that shit. You better learn about what's going on to you. Mind control, there's no running from that while you're here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never noticed some people go live in the woods or the logs or in the mountains and shit like that. Yeah, them niggas are at peace in certain people. There's nothing but trees around. It's nothing but trees around. That's what's going on. That's what they. Yes, yes. But hey, like I say, I already said I'm out, so I'm gonna be out. Like I said, I just had to come back and say that. Like I said, I'm gonna be repeating stuff sometimes. Like I say, you gotta. I'm gonna reiterate it, reiterate it. If I say it enough times, you might write the shit down. Always discern. Always discern. And like I say, I don't look to try to look into my baby mama stuff, like even in that realm or whatever. I was like, for real, I hope she's happy because if she's happy and I know that I'm happy, it's only a matter of time. It's not a getting a back together thing. I don't know what is going on over there. Like I just like I said, it's about my kids. At the end of the day, it's about my kids. You know what I'm saying? It's about my kids for me and this work. And this work. My kids are straight in certain things or this and that, and then I can, like I said, I can truly start bringing this information. Like I say, but some things that you sense and stuff like that, yeah, nigga misses jits. But it's a sacrifice I'm taking right now to stand on what I need to be standing on outside of this just teaching stuff. Because I know what the truth is, and it's the omnipotent and everything. It's all coming together as it needs to, so that there's real understanding when it's time for real stuff to get done with me in my situation, which so many are trying to just claim that they know so much about. Like I said, so I know about channeling and so many, you know how many psychic chords and certain shit. Even when you're directing it, like I say, it's so many things and trip ups and certain things, and it's like, how many times, like I say, this isn't that type of thing because some people don't want to be taught. So this isn't a thing to where you just keep going and trip up, and I'm just gonna keep telling you what you're doing wrong, or you got that wrong, or exposed this and how that happens or whatever. No, I'm gonna let you be in that space. I gotta let you be in that space. That's why I say some of you deal with your own. And I'm not even talking about the ones who are sitting to the side laughing and stuff like that. Some people really want to learn some stuff, whether it's from me or whether they pick up on some of the stuff that I'm doing, and then they're following the scent. Motherfuckers going out learning stuff because along with what I'm doing, all of my prayers every time it's for the uplifting of humanity. So anything that you think that you might send or this and that times such whatever number or whatever, like I said, it's hitting an aura. If it is coming towards me, whoever's doing that, it's just a transmutation, and then the command on it is to, by my decree, permission given to me from the all, to command my aura to transmute shit, to transmute it, and I've done it, and I commanded it, as I'll continue to command it, humbly, keeping within my grain of not only how I was raised, but how I was taught and trained as the ones who came before me, and with keeping integrity with this, and then building on it to find the next solution. I've commanded it so, to transmute anything negative coming at me, and to transmute any negative stuff that it might be bottling up in me from possible subliminal suggestions, one of many. I've commanded that shit to transmute itself into a positive driving force dedicated to the uplifting of humanity. And I talk to it like it's real. You're just not sending it like you think it's real. Or some of you do, but if you knew it was real and then you're listening to what I'm saying, you would see how what you're doing is a lost cause. What I'm on and what I'm sitting on, this is not a lost cause. And when I sit up here and it seems like I'm getting big, it's because I'm sitting here like a man. I'm sitting here like a man, speaking his words with power, speaking his passion with power. Yes, that's what's happening. And when you see my stare and this and that, yes, because I'm serious about what I'm talking about, because it's not just la la land people is living in. This is reality. This is, you're on the ground. Like, go out, look outside your fucking window right now, especially if you're in the city. How many, like, you just don't get it. Some of you don't get it. And some of you get it, but there are few in that, some that don't get it, who don't want to get it. They don't want to understand. And I really don't even care for knowing how many of them are some fucking some alphabet motherfuckers, because it might be some motherfuckers in here who actually care about the shit, who might be some alphabet motherfuckers. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's about the knowledge. It's about the knowledge. If it's coming down the center line, you go grab that shit before somebody evil grab that shit. But at the end of the day, that's how it has to be served. That's how it has to be served. That's why it seems this way. You see all this super polite, nice, stupid shit. Not stupid as in dumb or whatever, but it's like, no. It's got people fattened up for slaughter. It's got people fattened up for real slaughter. So many people can't even say that shit. Some people don't even want to say fucking that shit and that's going on over there in Israel and shit. Nobody wants to say that shit is madness and it's bullshit. And it's bullshit, and it's bullshit, and it's bullshit. And I'm going to keep it within the parameters. But because to think that I'm not going to say it and try to call somebody else called and say, niggas know who's wrong and know who's not wrong. And I'm not even on that Islam. I'm the Berber shit. We're the Berber shit before that. But I'm still going to speak on people's land and certain shit. Like I say, they've clicked up on something so weird and stuff. People, even here in America, y'all don't even know what to think. It's just you double down in that program and shit. Babies dying and killing. Oh man, anybody who's this and that. Yo, you have no idea how your mind's being twisted right now. You need to be worrying about the human trafficking in certain shit that's going on within the fucking spaces that we're staying in. Like, yes, the land that you fucking live on. And the person you keep saying is a jackass and shit like that. He was one of the few, like I said, presidents, your presidents, that is actually like fucking actually tried to expose the shit. All of this bullshit that's going on in the government, all these rings and shit, these like I said, these trafficking, and you don't even know that even this fucking this is not anger, and this is not me not loving myself. This is truth. This is this whole damn this business that they call the US that you think is land. It's not the land, but this company that is this. These niggas are built in human trafficking. You have no idea. It's okay. But I'm like I said, just get on your studies. Get on your studies. Some of these things that'll amplify your power and start making your brain stronger, visualizations and this and that. You all already on the T's and stuff. I see some of y'all are on the Palo sticks and certain shit. Start amplifying it. And then when you hear certain side notes or when I go there or this about what's happening in the real world out here, this shit will not only start to make sense, it'll start registering in you because you'll start registering as if you're really part of the collective, the real fucking collective, the real one, the real collective. Everybody, especially like Nick, bro, what? You don't feel this stuff? Yes, I'm telling it to you. I'm saying it. I'll get up in the camera and say it. I'm saying it to you. And I'm about to light this damn cigarette and shit. Like I'm ready to light a cigarette or whatever. I finished this Coca-Cola, but I'm about to be out of here, y'all. So, love everybody. You know what I'm saying? I say to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, tell your peoples, I say you love them, the ones that you fuck with, the ones you don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't mess around with it. Tell somebody you don't want to understand no more with certain shit. I said that in another video, you know what I'm saying? But like, and then be yourself. Be to yourself if you want to be to yourself, you know what I mean? Like, just always, I talk to the omnipotent, the all so much, yo, sometimes that's the best fucking conversations. Like, not corny being corny, just the ones that know that. It's the omnipotent one. Like, yes, the all. So, like I said, like I said, I got a little bit of jump on me or whatever. Like I said, I drunk a little bit earlier, not a lot at all. But I don't even really want to go to the store. I really just want to clean up some of this stuff. I might play some music in a minute. So yeah, man. Love. Ashe. And like I said, this is not superficial or whatever. It's just I know people that you're part of the real world. As much as I can send love and light that way, is as much as I can do. But you got to go within and do the shadow work. That's where you're going to get the most of your light at. Really. That's what I'm saying. You got to go within. Light emerges from where darkness is at. You got to go down there looking for it. Anything that comes up that was in darkness, it's gonna, when it's in your conscious mind where you can see it. That's like it being on Pride Rock. Where's that thought when you weren't thinking about it? It's somewhere down there in the darkness within a mentee. All of that shit. So just these are side notes. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I'm not bullshitting. Like I said, just get onto it. Get onto it. Go buy that book, Emerald Tablets 2. That was one of my books I had that's fucking gone or whatever. But really, you don't, if you want to read about that Amenti story and all that, and you got to know what it's talking about, and about the pyramid, the nose. Remember what Dick Gregory used to say, this and that, when you go within. Like, you got to know what's going on now. Like I said, but go get that book. But if outside of it, always just keep the 7 Hermetic Principles as a reference. That's what you got to reference it, especially for self-mastery. Yes. I ain't gonna hold it up no longer. Alright, y'all. I'll be back one of these days later this week. Together with this.